Alamin ang update sa lumulobong kaso ng leptospirosis at iba pang issue sa Department of Health. Makakausap natin ngayon via Zoom si DOH spokesperson at Assistant Secretary Albert Domingo. Magandang gabi, ASEC Domingo. Doc Albert, hello.
Hello Ann, magandang gabi sa lahat ng mga nakikinig at nanonood. Good evening.
Doc Albert, ano na ang update sa bilang ng kaso ng mga tinamaan ng leptospirosis, lalo na here in Metro Manila?
Yes, Ann, meron tayong data from na nationwide the numbers natin. No? Nagbibilang tayo starting June 8 hanggang August 7. Bakit June 8? Dahil June 7 nag-declare ng rainy season ng ating pag-asa. So we already have 2,396 cases of leptospirosis recorded from June 8 to August 7, 2025 nationwide. Kasama na po dyan yung mga nakikita natin dito sa Metro Manila. Just a word of advice na usually po kasi pag kumuha tayo ng data from hospitals, yung nakukuha natin kasama yung tinatawag na suspect lepto cases, but pwede namang later on, after testing, pwede siya mag-negative. So when the DOH gives numbers, the numbers I gave you, yan po yung verified and confirmed na po.
Doc, are we expecting these cases to rise in the next coming days or weeks?
We are counting from the time of Krising, Dante, and Emong, and of course, ang Habagat. So we are looking at ilang weeks na ba tayo? Mga 1 to 2 weeks now. The incubation period of leptospirosis ranges from 2 days up to 30 days. Average of 2 weeks. So tulad nga na sinabi ni Dr. Ronjin Solante, who is one of our infectious disease experts sa DOH San Lazaro Hospital, I second what he said. It is possible na nadaanan na natin yung peak because we have already gone through the 1 to 2 week mark. Pero we expect na meron pang mga habol in the next few days because yung range nga ng incubation is from 2 days all the way up to 30.
Doc Albert, paano sinisiguro ng Department of Health na nabibigyan ng tamang medical services itong mga pasyente? Lalo na ngayon, marami na raw yung mga napupunong ospital. And I've read reports that you have set up fast lanes sa mga Metro Manila hospitals. Tama po ba ito for leptospirosis cases?
Tama yun, Ann, no? Yung sagot sa question mo, I'll give it twofold. Unahin ko pabaliktad dun sa ating fast lanes. Yung fast lanes natin, 19 hospitals yan, no? And I think there are plans to add more depending on the situation. But for now, the 19. Ibig sabihin po, ang mga DOH hospitals, mabilis pong matutukoy. Meron kasi tayong leptospirosis test na ginagamit. If I'm not mistaken, you just need a drop of blood and then malalaman kung positive or negative. Kahit po hindi pa lumalabas yung sintomas, actually, yan nga yung reminder na sinasabi namin na do not wait for yellow eyes, yung nawawala yung ihi, sumasakit yung kalamnan. Huwag natin antayin yon. Kung kayo po ay napalusong sa baha, kumonsulta na po. So those are the fast lanes. And they can help decongest because a lot of people don't need to be confined. They probably just need a full course of antibiotics. Iba ho yung, yung post-exposure prophylaxis na siguro mga 1 dose lang yung binibigay namin. Kapag ito po ay gamutan, meaning therapy, umaabot po ng 7 days yan. Pero depende sa symptoms, kung hindi naman siya moderate to severe, pinapayagan po namin gumaling sa bahay. Now, as to the question earlier na parang ano bang parang ginagawa no, na ng DOH? Well, sabi nga namin, nakarinig na po ba kayo ng DOH hospital na tumanggi? Hindi kami tatanggi sa inyo, kami po ang last resort. Kasi pag nagpunuan ng lahat, when everyone else says we can't handle it anymore, DOH will say, we are here.
Ano-ano yung mga nakikita niyong dahilan bakit tumataas yung kaso ng leptospirosis? So nakikita nga natin yung mga lumusong sa baha. I think kasama na rin dyan, Doc Albert, yung misconception na pag may sugat ka lang, tsaka ka lang pwedeng magkaroon ng leptospirosis pag nalusong ka sa baha.
Siguro sisimulan natin, no, mula sa simulang-simula. Bakit ba kumakalat ang lepto? What is the science behind leptospirosis? Meron kang bacteria, yung Leptospira, na karaniwan nasa ihi ng daga, na kapag yung daga ay umihi sa tubig, nakikita ko sa monitor ngayon, no? Dami niyan, mga daga. At yung daga kasi, kailangan ng pagkain. Saan kukuha ng pagkain yung daga? Sa basura. So two things, trash and floodwater. Pag walang basura, walang baha, walang lepto. Yun yung simple na equation nun. Now, kung ano man ang dahilan at hindi namin department yon, ibang department yon, no? Ibang concern yon na kapag yung baha nandiyan pa rin, kapag nandiyan pa rin yung basura, what happens is, now we find out, alam ba ng tao kung ano ang gagawin. Kaya paulit-ulit tayo for the past how many days, no, na ating nga sinasabi. Even before the typhoons came, nag-warn na kami na this will happen. And sad to
Right.
say, it did happen nga, di ba? Remember, in our interviews, like, right, Anne? So,
Yes.
having said that, pag alam na yon, next would be the availability of medicine. So, yung ating antibiotic, it's available everywhere. In fact, we were concerned na baka magkaroon ng antibiotic resistance. So, connecting everything, finally, yung hospital, we have the hospitals and we have the dialysis machines and everything. Remember, in public health, you look at the very first step. And I go back to the floods and the trash. Pag nawala yung baha, nawala yung basura, mawawala to.
Doc, you mentioned kanina antibiotics, no? Sufficient ba naman yung stocks ng leptospirosis medication natin for these patients?
Yes, Anne, sufficient. Ang concern nga namin, baka mamaya, actually, I have been hearing reports na pinamimigay left and right, no? And we always remind, kaya if you notice, the DOH has been issuing reminders, hindi po tinutungga na parang anting-anting ang doxycycline. Diba? It's kind of sad kasi sabi nga namin, even though people are taking it left and right and we are now scared of antibiotic resistance, meron pa rin po tayong mga kababayan, sad to say, and I'm not blaming them, pero for whatever reason, either hindi sila uminom or hindi nila kinonsulta or binaliwala nila yung lagnat. Typically kasi this is very common sa hospitals, and sinasabi ng mga doktor, sinasabi ng mga pasyente, Doc, akala ko kasi ano lang, basta-basta lagnat. Tapos pag tinanong mo kasi yung pasyente, napalusong ka ba sa baha? Pag nalaman namin yon, alam na namin this is most likely leptospirosis. So, sa mga nakikinig at nanonood, kung kayo po ay napalusong sa baha, it's never too late. Kahit lampas 48 hours na po, please consult the doctor. Huwag niyong antayin na manilaw ang mata or mawala yung ihi or manakit yung kalamnan. Basta napalusong sa baha, kumonsulta na po.
Doc Albert, before I let you go, we're running out of time, but I wanted to touch on recent reports that yung PGH is experiencing an overcapacity of patients and they're directing the patients now to 20 other DOH-run hospitals. What's causing this overflow of patients, Doc Albert? Is this like new disease surges or staffing shortages?
Actually, Anne, maybe your writers should research more recently, no? Nag-release ng social media card kagabi. Nako, hindi na-update yung desk editor. Nag-release ang PGH ng SOCMED card. Nag-thank you na sila. Bumaba na to 98% yung occupancy nila. Ako nila magbe-break.
Sure.
Nag-release na po sila. Nag-thank you na sila sa DOH dahil na-decongest na po sila.
And lastly, Doc Albert, the Department of Health is eyeing to cut yung 12 to 24-hour ER wait times, no, in public hospitals. Ano yung ginagawa natin to expedite patient care ngayon?
Yeah. So that's a very good question. No, there are many ways to expedite yung waiting time sa ER. One of them is yung waiting time sa ward. What do I mean? Sometimes kaya nagba-backup kasi parang ano yan parang assembly line yan, nakapila yan Ultimately, papasok ang pasyente sa ER tapos mabibigyan siya ng first aid or advanced first aid as they say kasi ER yan. And then, hindi naman pwedeng magtagal sa ER, dapat papasok yan sa ward. However, kung nakapila sa ward, parang traffic, edi wala siyang pupuntahan. So mag-aantay siya sa ER. So the goal is to discharge, to treat, and to make people well dun sa ward para makauwi na sila. Now, sometimes, Anne, dun sa ward, kaya sila nag-aantay dahil nag-aantay sila ng mga so-called guarantee letters na ayaw namin. Kaya nga sinabi ng Pangulo, zero balance billing na Isa na lang ang kausap. So, full implementation of zero balance billing actually accelerates the turnover of patients. That's one. Number two is yung ating mga bukas centers, urgent care centers. Why are urgent care centers important? And as many as 30% of cases in the ER actually do not need to see the ER. They just need laboratory tests. They need to be nebulized kung may hika sila. Or basically, they just need to be observed 2 to 3 hours and then they're sent home. That's why the President has instructed Secretary Erbosa and we are rolling out yung bagong urgent care and ambulatory service centers. Those are urgent care centers nationwide. 53 and counting, more to come.
Always a pleasure talking with you, Doc Albert. Maraming salamat, DOH Assistant Secretary Albert Domingo.
Thank you so much, Anne. Good evening.